Majo John Madden in the magical pueblo of Orizaba. Now, one of my practices is that whatever song I'm hearing in my head, when I wake up, I will put it on headphones or bocinas, Bluetooth speaker, and dance in my van, wherever I happen to be. So this morning, the song that was in my head yesterday, not this morning, I was trying to get liberated from a parking spot. That's the Palace of Governors. The back side, it's not as ornate as the front. That is the mountains that surround you. And I just got a video of cable car coming down the cable right here in the magical pueblo of Orizaba. And so the song was Robert Earl Keen, Feeling Good Again. And I am feeling so good in this town. Oh Lord, I'm feeling so good. I've got my feet swinging like a kid. I realized as I hoisted myself up here that if I fell, well, if I got caught by that canopy down there, I wouldn't get hurt. If I went through it or bounced off it like a trampoline, I might get hurt. But back in Boca del Rio, north of Veracruz, a couple months ago, I encountered my juggling teacher. I was walking down the beach and there was this guy in an orange hoodie juggling his heart out up on the seawall. And I said, juggling is so important to me. It's probably the most convincing proof that I'm not in my head all the time, that I'm in my body as of the last 4.5 years. So I climbed up the stairs and went around to him, and he was juggling for himself because everybody else was walking by. Boca del Rio, they're rich, and they're not cheerleaders, they're not appreciators, they're in their own little worlds. So stunning a juggler as he was being ignored. And I went up to him and I said, "Excuse me," in Spanish, "but I think you're my teacher." And we had the most magical half hour. And he realized that I did have some skills, and he tested me various ways and said, "Ooh, I could do something with you." And he threw balls at me and threw soft plastic bowling pins at me, and I'd never juggled bowling pins, but I caught those okay. And he was juggling on a wall just about like this one, just about like the one I'm sitting on, but behind him was a 50-foot drop to rocks, boulders that were lining the beach. So this morning I said, well, if that guy who never told me his name, and as he walked away I thought, you're never going to see him again, are you? I'm pretty convinced he was real, but other angels that have come into my life, I'm not positive they were real. I think they may have been just from the spirit world. And so in Orizaba, I'm going back to the spirit world and trying at least some of the time to keep my damn feet on the ground, my dirty zapatos on the ground. But right now, this morning, I'm heaven bound, baby. I'm about the mountains and the birds and the fabulous churches. That's not the Cathedral of St. Michael the Archangel, but it's a pretty spectacular church that I haven't made it to yet. And my new friend Flavio, who I met at the park, right down there at the park, he's the one who told me you can park on the inside along the park for free, because you can't park anywhere else for free in this town. And I have, at this point, 800 pesos to last 15 days till I get a check, so I can't afford to pay for parking. Yeah. But I got my parking spot, amazingly. It was one of maybe 2 that were left. I said if I get there by 7 o'clock in the morning, I can get one of those spots. And it was pretty much right on 7 in the morning. And I got that spot. And I can't get any of the doors on the right side of my van open because they're right up against the wall. So I'm gonna have to do all my entry through the driver's seat and climbing into the back seats and stuff. But that was grounded. That was pretty grounded. To get launched from my parking spot this morning, I had to pay a taxi driver 100 pesos to jumpstart me. And to do that, I had to block off the only lane of traffic on that little one-lane road with my big red gas can, and the cars were backed up for a block and a half. And that angel, that taxi driver that was willing to go through all that craziness for the 100 pesos, I gave him a 100 peso tip and never found his name, but I said, Señor muy valiente. I think that's the word for brave, because he was. And was he real or an angel? Oh, I've given up trying to figure all that stuff out. I just don't know. I just don't know. Here in Orizaba, magical. Oh yeah, as magical as this old bones can take. Veracruz State, Mexico.